Super Bowl MVP, former league MVP of the NFL, and Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes signed a 10-year extension with the Kansas City Chiefs for $503 million. $500 million. And that includes incentives. He has to do things like win the MVP to really get up to that full amount. So it's really more like 480 around there. Mahomes is 25 years old right now, and he still has 2 years left on his current rookie deal. The extension is going to be added on after the rookie deal. So his contract is going to expire when he's 37 years old. He's basically going to spend the rest of his career on this current contract. The last quarterback to sign a 10-year contract was Mike Vick in 2004. So we haven't seen one of these long extensions, baseball-style extensions, in a long time. Now, when I dive into the deal, the first thing I see is the Chiefs have flexibility. They have protection against a Mahomes injury or a Mahomes rapid decline in play. Mahomes doesn't have any protection. Well, why does he need protection? What does he need it against? The salary cap. In 2011, the salary cap was $120 million. In 2020, 10 years later, it's $198 million. Salary cap goes up. Over 10 years, that's a 65% increase. So let's just pretend the cap goes up again 65% over the next 10 years. In 2029, the salary cap would be $327 million. So how much would the top quarterback make? Well, Russell Wilson right now makes 18% of the cap. 18% of 327 is $59 million. So theoretically, the top quarterback would make $59 million in 10 years. Mahomes, you may ask, would make 45. That's a bargain for the Kansas City Chiefs as we look down the road. And if we want to look in the short term, well, next 4 years, you know who's going to make more money than Pat Mahomes over the next 4 years? Ryan Tannehill is going to make more money than Mahomes next 4 years. So long term, he would theoretically be beat out by the top paid quarterback in 2029, according to Evan Math. And short term, next 4 years, he's going to be beat out in salary by Ryan Tannehill. I would not have signed this deal if I'm Mahomes, if I'm Mahomes' agent, if I'm looking to maximize my dollars. Now, it's okay if you want to build a team around you and go on Super Bowl runs, which I think Mahomes wants to. But if just pure money, I don't like this deal for Mahomes. I think this is a team-friendly deal. It's to the benefit of the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a reason that Deshaun Watson, Houston Texans star quarterback, is looking for a 3-year deal, not a longer extension. There's a reason Dak Prescott wants a 4-year deal and the Cowboys want it to be a 5-year deal. That's the reason Dak hasn't been paid yet, because the Cowboys and Dak aren't arguing about the annual dollars. They're arguing about the amount of years. Because when you're really good at the quarterback position, as a salary cap goes up, you want to keep hitting the open market as the cap goes up so you can maximize your dollars. And that's why Watson wants to make the most of the cap he can right now, and in 3 years, real quick, gets back on the market when the salary cap is up, so his pay will also jump up, most likely. These quarterbacks want short-term deals if they're good enough that they can bet on themselves, because cap goes up, money goes up. But I hear people saying that Mahomes is going to have more security now, and I disagree with that. Because he could sign like a 4-year deal right now, and then after that, another 4-year deal. But what if he gets injured on the first 4-year deal? Chiefs are going to re-sign him. Carson Wentz broke basically every bone in his body, and the Eagles gave him a 4-year extension worth a lot of money. The city, the organization, the locker room, they're all tied to Pat Mahomes. They're going to give him every benefit of the doubt. He's their guy for the next 10 to 12 years, really no matter what. Even if he's just average to below average somehow, he magically just drops, he's still going to be the franchise quarterback there in Kansas City. He's won a Super Bowl. That's the first Super Bowl they won in a long time, like 40, 50 years. It's been forever. Mahomes brought them back that Super Bowl championship. Now, another thing I like for Kansas City, like I said, team-friendly deal. I like a lot of these things for Kansas City, is they didn't rip up his current rookie deal. So he's going to make $30 million over the next 2 years, which is a bargain. $15 million a year. Teddy Bridgewater is making $22 million a year. Mahomes only $15 next 2 years. They didn't have to rip up the current rookie deal, but instead they added the extension after the deal. They could have just terminated the current contract and just give him like $40 million next year. But instead, he'll be making like $5 million next year. So if I was Mahomes, I would have been begging, let's rip up the current deal. Again, if I'm looking to maximize my money. Now, the positive of that is Mahomes is going to have a great team around him. We haven't seen Mahomes without a great team around him. We've always seen him with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid and a good offensive line. I think he can overcome bad surroundings, but if he really wants to win Super Bowls, I think he's going to have elite surroundings like he does now. And with this team-friendly deal, as I'm calling it, I think he's going to be in position and put the Chiefs in a position to win another Super Bowl on this contract. I like this deal a lot for Mahomes, especially when you look at the long term. 2011, Mark Sanchez made $17 million. 10 years later, Russell Wilson makes double that. So just imagine what people are going to be making in 8 years when Mahomes is only making 45. Sounds crazy to say, only $45 million? And also, I'm calling it a team-friendly deal when he's making $500 million, theoretically. It sounds crazy, but we're just going to have to deal with the reality that quarterback money, salary cap, it's going way up as the NFL, the league, gets more TV deals, legalized gambling. That's really helping the salary cap. Mahomes could be on a bad deal soon, and he won't have the flexibility to get out of it the Chiefs do. Thank you for listening to the Into Sports podcast. Click here to subscribe, and here for a video I know you'll like.